friends. I hope you enjoyed that pond video. I did have to come home to read our story because I was so chilly out there. But it was fun seeing one of the ponds of Laurel, and I can't wait to go to another one tomorrow. I really hope we get to see some animals this week, and I'm going to have a special job for you guys to do and to maybe find some pond type of animals yourself with your family. So today I have a story for you, and we're going to be learning about frogs. So my story today is called The Tale of a Tadpole. That's the title of the book. And the author is Karen Wallace. So she wrote the story. So what is a tadpole? Do we know what a tadpole is? What is a tadpole? And what does it have to do with this animal right here? This frog. We see something down here we may not have seen before. There's some little speckles around here. Let's find out what a tadpole is and what it has to do with frogs. All right. So, the tale of a tadpole begins in a pond. Mother frog lays her eggs next to a lily pad. And a lily pad is this type of plant that kind of floats on top of the water, and you can see its roots go down into underneath of the water. And these are her eggs. Each tiny egg is wrapped in clear jelly. So there's a little egg right there, the little black dot, and this is the jelly around it. And each of those little black dots is a different egg. Inside the jelly, the eggs grow into tadpoles. They wriggle like worms. So these are the tadpoles, and they're inside of the egg. So there's some type of baby. They push through the jelly and swim in the water. They breathe through their gills, just like fish, and these are their gills on the sides of them. And they have a long tail, look at that. Many other animals live in the pond. Shiny goldfish and sticklebacks and great diving beetles. They chase the young tadpoles. Look at them going after the tadpoles. A stickleback feels hungry. He opens his mouth wide. The little gray tadpoles wriggle their tails and swim away through the water. So they're getting away. A great diving beetle feels hungry too. His hairy back legs beat through the water. The tadpoles escape and hide in the weeds. So there they are, hiding in the weeds away from the beetle. Soon a tadpole grows legs with tiny webbed toes. So those are what the webbed toes look like. And you can see him on his feet there, on his legs. Webbed toes are like flippers. They help the small tadpole push through the water. So we can see that the tadpole is changing now. It's growing legs. He grows arms with long skinny fingers. He nibbles on plants and gobbles green pondwood. What is he starting to look like? What type of animal is that he's starting to look like? Half tadpole, half frog. He rests in the sunshine, and frog is one of our words this week. So we know that a tadpole is a baby frog. His tail is shrinking. See, his tail is getting smaller. He started with a long tail, but it starts to get shorter. It gets smaller and smaller. And what is he? The new little frog sits on a lily pad. His legs are strong now. He can breathe through his nostrils, which is his nose. His skin is dotted with tiny gold spots. Frogs must keep their skin slimy. He hops back in the pond and swims for a while. Then he climbs onto a log. Another frog climbs up and sits down beside him. So you can see underwater, his legs underwater on that log, and this is him above water. So there he is. Now full grown, he dives through the water. He's not afraid of the stickleback. he swims past the beetle because he's a full-grown frog. In the pond, he watches and waits. What does he see with his round, beady eyes? A fly lands above him. He creeps closer and closer. What's he going to do to the fly? My goodness. But a big frog jumps up and it snatches the fly with its long, sticky tongue. This frog misses his meal. Next time, he'll be faster. So a different frog came by and ate the fly. Oh no. The gold-skinned frog chases a dragonfly. It lands on a lily pad. Under the lily pad are hundreds of frogs' eggs. So there's more eggs again. Inside each egg, a tadpole is growing. Each tadpole will grow into a golden-skinned frog. The end. So these are some different words that were in the story. There was the jelly, the tail, the gills. And what do they do with the gills? That helps them, if you said breathe like this, you would be right. Can you breathe in? So they have gills, just like we breathe in through our mouth. They breathe in through their gills. This is the nostrils or the nose. We have our nostrils right here on our nose. Webbed toes. Do we have webs between our fingers and toes? No. There's his eye, his fingers, and his tongue. He has a long, sticky tongue. The end. So, what did it say, if we're talking about like his long, sticky tongue, what did he use that to eat? So what did the frog eat in the story? What types of things? Were they insects? Yes, there was two types of insects, the dragonfly and the fly. So it eats insects. And we now know that a tadpole is a baby what? If you said frog, you would be right. All right, and let me see. I'm going to show you one more picture and see if you know what it is. See if you know the answer to my question. What is he sitting on? What's the frog sitting on? What's that called? If you said lily pad, you would be right. And a lily pad is a type of plant that is in the pond. And a lot of times we see frogs sitting on them or other types of small animals sitting on them. All right, so I want to show you a little activity about a frog life cycle. And that's how the frog starts and then how it grows up. So we're going to talk about, just like how we talked about how a chick turns into a chicken, we're going to talk about how a frog grows, okay? All right, so